This is Joshua Miller Law. It's the PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real to Real 360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real to Real 360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge of wisdom so you can understand. Real to Real 360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy our show. Peace.
Peace to Allah's mighty 5% nation, the gods and earth, to all the human families on the planet Earth. We bid you a love, peace, and happiness. High salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato the Black Superhero. Welcome to another episode of Real to Real 360. Well, it's been a while since we had this special guest on, and we got her back so we can find out what's going on. Bless us with some jewels. All right, so let's bring on this fantastic artist. But before we do, y'all know how it goes. We got to bring on my co-host with the most. I'm talking about none other than my brother, Mr. PhD himself.
Am I the meanest? Sure enough. Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time? Sure enough. Well, who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law. Mr. PhD.
What you do, peace.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Thank y'all for tuning in to Real 360 today. Also, peace to Nation of Gods and Earths, because this is the day that our father, Allah was returned, June 13th, 1969. And just want to say, all praises due to Allah, Yahweh. Now, interesting because it's a lot of history that this lady has that I didn't know prior to. This lady has worked with some of the best in the business. She's a backup singer for Al B. Sure. She's, worked on Motown. And she's been on various different stages. She's even worked for BET. This lady is being honored in Atlanta this year. You know what I'm saying? And it's so amazing to even have her around with all these years of experience with this music business that a lot of people need to take some of these jewels. But without further ado, let's bring on the one, the only, Miss Connie. Let's go.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on, Miss Connie?
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, Queen?
Miss Connie.
Yes, sir.
I did not know it was like that. Do you hear me? When I really sat back and did some research on you and to get ready for this interview, before last time I just did some surface stuff, but this time I really dug into finding out who you are as an artist. And it's so amazing to say, like, the people you worked with, the experiences you have. But I don't want to take that away from you. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself and tell people, some of the things you've done in this business.
Hey, y'all. It's Miss Connie, y'all. But before I was Miss Connie, I was Connie Morrison. And I was the daughter of Chuck Morrison, legendary market man throughout the music industry and business industry. My dad worked with a lot of people, and that afforded me to meet these people and be around them and soak in what they do in the music industry. So prior to I always wanted to sing, but when my daddy wanted me to have a job at first. So He placed me in different positions. He placed me in different positions, but they were all in the music industry. So with that being said, I ended up working for publication companies like Orchid Communications, ran by a lady named Sheila Eldridge, who's a real mogul now in the publicity world. I worked for MCA Records as a record promoter of other people's music. That was torture, but at the same time, I did learn a lot, and I'm so thankful that I had that background. I worked for radio. I actually my job was to pull out the script for the DJs and the program directors to use every day to know how their show was going to go. So I was a track. My title was a traffic director. I printed out their whole log for the day. And then I used to work for a company called Coast to Coast Top 20. It's ran by a guy named Doug Steele. And my job was to take magazines and newspapers at this time, because we're talking about the 80s, and clip out the articles on artists that they were interested in interviewing. So that gave me a chance to read and know and learn about the artists and what they're doing and how to actually get them in the studio to interview them. So I met a lot of artists because I would be the one that set up their whole history so that the Doug Steele could have something to talk to them about. I did the research on them. So I used to work on the Soul Train committee when I was in working for Orchid Communications. We helped put a whole event together, and I met many artists that came through there because they were coming to see her so that she can help get them out there further. So, excuse me, in my younger years, from like 18 to through my 20s for sure, that's what I was doing. All the while still wanting to be a singer and taking that all in. And then in the process, I would take off a little bit and do a tour. Like I got on with Al B. Shore. I got hired with Millie Jackson when I was like 21. I would work with her across the country for 3 years. My first job was a guy named Jesse James. He hired me when I was about 20. The man, I could do bad by myself. Yeah, so that was my first gig. I don't even think he paid me. I think he just flew us and put us in a room. But I was so giddy on it. I didn't even know I should have got paid. I was just happy to be going to sing. But all of it was
Hold it for a second because I'm having technical difficulties over here. Just hold down for a second. I'll be right back. Okay.
okay.
All right. Now, Kev, handle the interview
Absolutely.
right now.
Yeah. So go ahead and continue. It's a fascinating story because I got something I want to say about it in a few minutes. I want to see if you're going to catch it.
What's that?
Uh, Now, during your tenure, I know who was some of your favorite artists that you admired as you were growing up into the industry, in the working field that you would see and have met. I know you mentioned Millie Jackson, but who are some of the other artists that you have met that what like
Early on, early on before I met Millie Jackson, because you don't really get to meet her in your younger years. You don't get a chance to even listen to her. So growing up as a young girl, it was definitely Natalie Cole. It was LaBelle, which of course was the group Patti LaBelle. It was Gladys Knight. Then it was Stephanie Mills and Shaka. Well, she was with Rufus at that time, but those are Denise Williams, Patty Austin. These were the ladies that I listened to. My girl Minnie Riperton. These were the ladies that I listened to growing up and that I mimicked literally in singing their songs. I used to be able to sing them high notes like that when I was younger, you know. But then I had that little kid of mine, and that changed my whole register. I'm not mad about it. Got this little gritty, graspy thing now going on. That's cool too. But on a good day, I can still hit them high notes.
well, reason I said that because not too many people, if they haven't They should. If you go grab her first album, Stir It Like Coffee, she has a tribute to the beautiful Gladys Knight,
Yes.
where she
I do.
one of us. And she dedicated it singing to her.
I
And y'all,
did.
y'all really need to hear
Yeah. You know
it.
what's so ironic about that? That Gladys, I have met Patty, but I've never met Gladys Knight. The thing about it is we have a connection that she to this day don't even know. But
Really?
when I was signed to Motown Records, her son, who is deceased now, his name is Jimmy Newman. Well is still. He's deceased now, but he was my manager for a while.
Wow. Okay.
And I never met her, but I was working with her son. And she doesn't even know that. Ain't that
Now,
something?
Miss Connie, when you're talking about working at the iconic Motown,
I
how did
didn't work there.
you didn't work? You didn't work? Wasn't signed for
I
them?
actually No, I actually was signed by Gerald Busby for a record deal.
Uh-huh.
It was they called it at that time they called it hold on y'all, let me get it, speculation deal.
Okay.
I had a speculation deal with them. So he gave me a budget to go bring back three good produced songs. And then after that, they was gonna decide, where we go from there.
Now,
So
working in the being on tour and being signed to a speculation deal and coming through the business and you watching how the business have evolved over the last few years,
ooh,
what are some of the things that you hold dear from that period in time in the 80s and stuff and in the 90s with the music business that you utilize today when it comes down to performing and doing your music?
well, I'll tell you if I can I tell you some I hold dear, some I terribly, terribly miss. That's
Mhm.
not happening today. So what I hold dear is that if anybody knows me, they know I stay on social media. I know people get sick of seeing me because I'm every day my mission is to market myself and promote myself. I'm an independent artist. I don't have anybody to do that for me. So
Right.
in order to stay relevant, I have to keep putting out my work, what I'm doing, what so that the hopes of course is for the right person, that one right person to
Mhm.
see me and say, "Hey, you know what? I like what you're doing. I've been watching you. Let's sit down and talk." That's the goal, of course, you know. But I have to market myself and promote myself, and social media is the way to do it today. So if anybody, when I hear artists say stuff like, "Oh, I don't do my own social media," I got people. That's fine if you do, but even if I had people, it still wouldn't stop me from doing it to my for my own fans. I feel I owe it to my fans to let them know where I am and what I got going on. Otherwise, how they supposed to know by osmosis? You
Right.
have to you have to let people know. Now, on the flip side of that, what I miss dearly about how it used to be is when it comes to the DJs.
Mm.
See, the DJs back in the day used to have a record pool, and I've seen that there are some now, but they work and operate way different than it used to be. It used to be that the DJs were happy to get all of the artist music and play their music and get together and share music amongst each other so that they can get the music out there even further,
Right.
working with the artist. Nowadays, in my experience and what I'm seeing, looking from where I'm sitting, the DJs are like, no, get your own, my brother. I'm not sharing nothing with you.
Mm.
I'm gonna be the first to play it, and all eyes are gonna be on me.
Mm.
And you're gonna wish you had the song, but you don't have it because I didn't give it to you. That kind of attitude.
Right.
Well, that hurts us artists.
Mm.
That hurts us. Because while you DJs are bickering about sharing music and working and making it go along, we're not we're the ones that suffer from that. Now we done already spent the money to get it produced, possibly some we do videos on it, We done spent money to get it uploaded. We done already put money out there, and now we done all of this, and we count on you DJs to help us get it out there to the world. And you guys are not you guys, but I'm just saying in general, the DJs are seeming to be locking horns and not wanting to just play the music and share it. So I appreciated it. I appreciate it when I used to sit in on the meetings when we were doing promotions when I was with MCA. We get on meetings calls every day and find out how this record was doing in the Carolinas, how this was doing in Texas, how this was doing in Maryland. The DJs and the program directors would talk and stay in contact with the record companies to let them know how this artist was doing. Were they in low rate rotation? Were they in medium? Were they in hot or were they in heavy? You know? And that would let the record companies know that much more what they needed to do to market and promote that particular artist to get them out there further. And that means they need to visit more DJs and they need to visit more radio stations or whatever the case may be, because they need to get them to the level of heavy rotation, which is like 2 to 3 times an hour being played on the radio. That was a big deal. Like as a Southern Soul artist, I don't know where I'm being played. If the DJs don't care to share with me, hey, we playing you. They loving you. They calling in. They asking for you. I don't know. How can I know? I don't have a way to track who's playing the music, my music. I don't really know what areas I'm hot in, what areas would love for me to come to their city because the DJs are blowing me up over there. I don't know. So
Okay.
that's the downfall to it.
Yeah, because a lot of that is done with sound scans, and if you upload it to the DistroKids or whatever, the third party distributor, if you're not in tune with what's going on with that, it's hard to get those numbers and to see where those numbers and where you're hot at.
Exactly.
But I will say this here, Miss Connie, you're always on the road. I don't know if you got frequent flyer miles or you running that car to death. One way or the other, you're either in Texas or Georgia, and neither one of them are in close proximity.
No.
and you're showing out. And I've had the pleasure of watching you perform. Me and my brother both had the pleasure of watching you perform, and you put on a hell of a show.
Thank you.
And it speaks about the artist development that you went through, you know what I'm saying, in your younger years and in the business and of how you do shows. And then you always keep it professional, and that's something that is lacking today. Artist development, how to perform, how to understand what song is good for this crowd, or what song this crowd, or having a DJ that knows how to play the song that will, get the crowd amped up.
Right.
Now, you started, well, first of all, before we get into the whole BET situation, hey, let's get into some of Miss Connie's music and get this here popping, because we're messing around, talk the whole hour just on her journey in music, and we wouldn't be done did our job, and that's putting that music out there. So let's get some of this music. What you got lined up for us, bro?
We're gonna go with one from one of her first albums, man. It's right at the title of the first album. We're gonna do Stir Like Coffee right here.
Hey ladies, it's Miss Connie.
That's my little nasty
I
song.
told you before, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Are you feeding your man? Cause you gotta do that. Because I make sure my man get a full course meal every day. Y'all listen up now. I woke up early this morning to feed my baby some breakfast in bed. I'm gonna give him what he's been wanting, and I ain't talking about no grits and eggs. Now there's no need to reheat this oven, because she's already good to go. And when he finished stir it like coffee till you get it right. You gotta stir it like coffee. Stir it on night.
Ooh, Connie, baby, I rushed home for dinner. Could see the hungry look in my eyes. So tell me, lady, what we'll be having? Shag man wanting some breasts and thighs. Hey, but then you lay it all out on the counter now. And I just stood there and shook my head. Now, Connie, baby, why won't you join me? And later, baby, won't you give me some leg? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you want this cream,
All right,
gotta stir it like coffee.
come on,
If you know what I mean.
baby.
You gotta stir it like coffee
Yeah.
till you get it right. Stir it right. Like coffee. Stir it on night. My baby's up late, tossing and turning. He said he's craving for a midnight snack. He said, I think I'll take a crawl to the kitchen. I said, go ahead, baby, you know where we sat. First he opened up the door, and then he popped his head right on in. I said, ooh, baby, wipe over your mouth, 'cause you got juices running down your chin. You gotta stir it like coffee if you want this cream. If you want this cream, stir it like coffee. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. You gotta stir it like coffee till you get it right. Stir it right. Stir it like coffee. Stir it all night. You gotta stir it like coffee if you want this cream. If you want this cream, you gotta stir it like coffee. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You gotta stir it like coffee till you get it right. You gotta stir it like coffee. Stir it all night. Stir it right. I don't know about you, but I know he gonna always want to Dunkin' Donuts with me. This is Miss Connie, y'all. I'm all kinds of caramel macchiato. 2 cream, 10 sugars. You understand what I'm talking about? Is your man getting your coffee right? Is he putting enough cream in you? Is he stirring it enough on the sides and getting it all up in there so you can have a perfect blend? Y'all better let that man get your coffee right.
You better.
Don't say Miss Connie didn't tell you now.
Don't say I didn't tell you that.
The Sugar Shack man. I know you better be getting that coffee right. Get it right now. Coffee, anyone?
Ooh, child.
I'm not gonna say much about putting it all up in there and making sure it's stirring. I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
Ain't let me tell you something. Ain't nothing to say about it.
Nothing.
This song is self-explanatory. You don't have to figure out a damn thing to say. Just
All
do what, stir that damn coffee.
stir
That's
that
it.
so you can get all cream. So you get
And
all
all of that. Oh, the men that tell me things that they be feeling and they be going through when I perform this in front of them, I always gonna hear from somebody on 2 or 3 the next day. Miss
and they
Connie, you know that song had me feeling la 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 la. They tell me what they tell me.
they
I be
try
like,
to
you be all right. You good? You good though?
they want to stir that. That's what it is. They want to stir that coffee.
They want to get their cup of Folgers.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, I tell you.
That coffee. But when you stepped away from music for a minute, right, and you started working at BET, now people don't know that you worked at BET, like on the Comic View, and you was a
As a makeup artist.
makeup artist. What they say nowadays, you were beating faces. You were
That's what
beat,
I was doing.
and
Even the comedians, even the men.
yeah, even the men. Now,
I
how
had I had stuff to do to them too.
if it had anything with doing stir the coffee, I want to know.
No, I had to keep their goatees straight. I had to make all that work come together. The little mustache, the brows, had to moisten their lips a little bit. I had to put a little bit of powder on them, take the shine off, all that kind of stuff.
Right now, with working with BT, how did that come about? Like, how did you go from singing to being a makeup artist on, what I'm saying, for BT?
Well, this is the thing. So a lot of my stuff was happening simultaneously, as they say. So, doing makeup was a job. I started doing makeup at about 18 too. So in between all these things that I had going on, I was doing other stuff.
Mhm.
I always loved doing makeup. I started getting in my mother's makeup at a very young age and doing my little stuff. But when that came about, it was a friend of mine here in Atlanta who was going to like a movie wrap. It was a movie wrap. They had filmed a movie. I wanted to tag along. Well, I got to talking to a lady she had gotten a deal with BT to do the season, do the makeup for the season. And I was like, I can do makeup, And she was like, well, we're gonna set an appointment. I'm gonna give you a face and let you do it. And I came and I did that. She liked what I did. And so she took me along with her. She took me along with her, and that's how I got it. I just put myself out there, got hired, and ended up going to New Orleans to do that season. And we was there for about 2 months.
Mhm. Wow.
And so every day we would show up at at the venue that it was at the opium or something like that in New Orleans. And we had to split up the work basically because they would film like 25 comedians a day, and then we had about 6 star dancers, and then we had other people fill in people we had to do makeup on. So it was just a team of 3. It was her, myself, and another guy. We just knocked it out every day.
Wow.
Met a lot of comedians. That's when I learned comedians are some of the most depressed damn people in this country. Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They got the saddest damn stories. And they be mad and they be angry about shit. I heard all their stories while doing their faces and talking to them. And they get up there and they make people laugh for a living. And they are so sad when the curtains close. Crazy.
I tell you, it's amazing of the journey that you've been in. Um, and one thing about it is understanding how much the business part are you hands on when it comes down to the brand of Miss Connie?
All of it. I mean, what's going on with me now, if I be honest, I came into Southern Soul in 2016. I had never heard of it. It was introduced to me, um, honestly, because I'm a person that gives credit where credit is due. The first, a guy who owns a club out of Shreveport, Louisiana, put me in touch with P2K at the time. P2K at that time was not an artist as far as singing. He was a DJ and he hosts uh Southern Soul shows.
Mhm.
And the owner brought me from Atlanta because he wanted me to get on the show there at his spot that P2K had put together, a Southern Soul show. And that's when he had Pokey there. Then he might have Silk there another time, and then he might have Silk, the group said like, and they allowed me to open up for these people. So I met them that long ago, around 2015 or 16 or something like that. And but this one time they had a big show downtown Shreveport, some kind of annual thing. The all Southern Soul artists from all different places. Even LJ Eccles was on that show. That was my first time meeting him. Silk, the group, was the headliner that night. They were the only R&B group because all the other people were like Southern Soul people. I'm getting turned on literally to this thing called Southern Soul that day with all these people. I didn't have, of course, any original music. So, but the owner wanted to get me an opportunity to get on stage and do something. So, in between the set changes, I got up there and I sung two songs. I sung Neither One of Us. That was my standard. And I sung Tonight is the Night. That was the two I had. I had my little CD and I had my little track, my little instrumental. And I got up there and I sung the songs, but the stage was so high and the people were back there in the gazebo, you couldn't really, I didn't know if they was vibing with me or not, honestly. But I sung my little heart out. So when it was over, I was like, thank you very much, and I go to walk down the steps to go back to my table with my girls. And as soon as I hit the ground, everybody out there stood up. Like everybody stood up and gave me a standing ovation. I could not believe. At first, I didn't understand why. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have no original music. I'm singing other people's songs. And then, too, y'all don't know me from a can of paint.
Right.
What are you standing up for?
Right.
But it was at that moment I said, okay, so these people are here for a Southern Soul show. And I done got up there and sung something to them. And even though they don't know me, I made them feel some kind of way to where they show me their appreciation for me. I said, this is the audience I want to sing for. I want to sing for Southern Soul lovers.
Mhm.
That's what made me go full throttle in Southern Soul because of the people that they don't care if they know you, if you this person famous or if you look like this. If you make them feel good, that's all that matters. And I
Now,
was hooked.
what was it about music? Because you had stepped away for a while and you came back. What was it about singing that made you want to come back? What was that feeling? Was you missing being on that stage? Was you missing being in the studio? What was going on during that period to make you come back and want to sing?
Yeah, I just feel like it's so much more to me that the world needs to see. I was just like, it's so much to me. I didn't want to just end up being in one place doing one thing. Like I had gotten into hospitality. I started managing clubs and bars, and I was doing that for a while for a living. And I met a lot of people, of course, locally. But I wanted to travel. I wanted to be abroad. I wanted to interact with more people. I wanted to share myself with more people. And I'm like, if I don't stop now and do this, I probably not gonna get a chance to do it. So if I'm gonna do it, I better take off and do it right now. Because at this point, when I made that decision, I was 50. I had
Mhm.
just turned 50. And I'm like, okay, I'm at a milestone. I'm half a century damn old. I got shit to do, and I got now the clock is ticking.
Mhm.
So if I'm going to start this new journey, I better do it now. And that was how I looked at it. I got shit to do and places to go and people to see.
Now, Miss Connie, you're being honored, right? You're being honored in Atlanta for the radio. Let me get it right. Correct me if I'm wrong. The radio, and I forget the whole title. Sorry, I forget the whole title, but I know you're being honored. Um, how is that for the industry to honor you, not just for Southern Soul, but just for the industry itself?
Um, I'm thinking, John, how do I want to answer that? It feels good. It feels good. Um, was somebody saying something?
No.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying something. Um, but at the same time, if I be honest, I have so I have, in my opinion, I have so much more to do, so much further to go. Um, that's why I don't really get caught up right now in the award shows and who's the best this and who's the best that and who's the winner of that one and who got this. I can't get caught up in that because right now I am trying to just affect people and be true to who I am, not let anything turn me from that, change me from that. But I want to reach way more than just the people who now, people who love Southern Soul. That willed me back in. But in this 8-year journey already that I've been on in Southern Soul, I've come to learn that there's still so much more to my talent that it can't be put in a box.
Right.
I got so much more to share with so many people, so much many di- diversities as well. I just love music and I want everybody to feel my music
You, you,
everywhere.
Miss Connie, we all, look at some of these awards and we say, saying we're grateful for the nominations. But what is because I know me and you had the conversation about the being honored. Um and that's why I'm angry with myself because I can't remember the award, but I know it's a big
Radio and records. Radio
yeah,
and records.
radio and record.
Yes. Head up by Debbie Ireland here. It's a traditional thing she's been doing for years.
I feel that they just do. If anybody knows your history, the legacy that you left, you're leaving and you're paving a way now currently, that's just a tip of the iceberg of what you're deserving as a artist.
Thank
You
you, John.
you think about what you've been through, the different and watching how music has changed, and you're still able to be effective to the audience, still able to have a audience, still able to get new people to become, what I'm saying, uh, our audience, part of your audience. That's an amazing task within itself. So I would never say that you don't deserve it because you do. You look just talking for the last 30 minutes about your walk in this music business alone deserves to be honored. The
Thank
people
you, John.
the people you worked with, the everything. You're leaving a leg, and that's something that a lot of artists not understanding. When you're doing what you're doing, you leaving a legacy. You're leaving a mark on people. And it's funny that I say that because when we was in Fitzgerald together, you performed. And I watched how, so you had Lady Q, then you had all these ladies and everybody surrounding you to the point where you had to get in the crowd to see you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that shows the effect that you have on people.
yeah,
When I see that you're at galleries in Atlanta, I see the effect that you have on people. When you come in there, I don't care who's in there with you. Miss Connie's in here. When you at Club Brothers, when you at Magnolias, wherever you go, Liquid Smoke, they take and acknowledge your presence in the building. How does it feel to have your peers to acknowledge and think of you in that fashion? Because that's really who is doing it outside the audience. Your peers are giving you your flowers.
that's very true. They do. They really they it feels good it's a whole different kind of special feeling when your Yep, I'll say peers, your counterparts.
Mhm.
You can feel the adoration, you feel the love, the respect, or when they listen to me, they want to know what I have to say about something, or they call me. Somebody done reached out to them and they not sure they know. If I call Miss Connie, she gonna tell me. She'll tell me what to do. Like they listen to me, and so yeah, that is an honor. Now that is an honor to me. That when I do speak, people will listen,
Mhm.
and I know with that comes a heavy, heavy obligation.
Mhm.
And I haven't been speaking that much though, but I'm gonna get there. I know that I have to do that, and I
Definitely.
am making plans to do that before this year ends. I must start speaking to people because they do want to know what I have to say. I have learned that, and
Definitely.
that's an honor.
Now, Miss Connie,
Yes.
it's time for us to do what we over here at Real to Real 360. Right? It's
Okay.
time set to set this in motion. So right now, K Wise, you ready to turn this thing up, man?
Before
I
we
got
do, I'm getting comments, and I don't know if you can see it. If you check
I
in the YouTube comments,
I can't.
are you
I
seeing somebody?
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
no.
Or there's a comment. Daryl Simmons, Mr.
Uh,
Mississippi, said,
Oh, that's my buddy.
he says, Ms. Connie, please speak on your support of recognizing the women in Southern Soul. You are so supportive of the ladies. That's coming from
Yes.
Daryl Simmons.
mhm,
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely there. You're right. So what happened was, let me tell y'all how that came about. That came about in that came about in 2020, right? And so what it was, just like we're sitting here interviewing today, I was looking at an interview. It was some Southern Soul men on there being interviewed by a Southern Soul podcaster, and they were just talking. So the men said, uh, Southern Soul is not for women, it is
Ooh,
for men.
wow.
They said because women are the only ones that really come out to support Southern Soul, and the women come out to see the men. So this genre is really not for women, it's for men because the women want to see us.
mm,
And they said that's just a fact.
mm,
Now, I kept before that particular interview, I had already started paying attention to whenever I would see shows being advertised on the flyers. I'll see 6 men, 10 men, 5 men, no woman, or one, maybe one woman on the flyer. And I thought, why is that? So when I heard that whole sentiment there, I said, okay, so this is what it is. So then maybe the promoters really feel like that as well. And that's what's going on. They say, women are the draw
mm,
and that they don't want to see women, they want to see men. So then that made me to think, well, let's just try to put that to it. Let's just put that to the test. So
mm,
I called up some of my girlfriends that's in the Southern Soul industry as well, and I say, hey, I have an idea. I want us to come together. I want us to sell tickets on our own to our own fans, to tap into our own fans, and tell them they must come and to this event and support us and let us entertain them. And let's see if we can put butts in the seat because they said we couldn't put butts in the seat. So that was how I ended up putting it together. My first one, which was in Atlanta at the famous Magnolia Lounge. We had 9 women on that show.
mm,
And the owners at the time told me, they said, Miss Connie, we had never seen an audience of this mass since we've been open. We had never had this place like this. It's like this place was on fire. I mean, people came from everywhere. And it was merely because they had never heard and seen it done, apparently.
mm,
And it has dwindled down some, but it has not disappeared. But
mhm,
I did 5 more shows after that. And I still, the The whole name of my movement is called the Ms. Connie Winter Tour. WINOR. Women in Need of Respect.
All right.
That's what it stands for.
Definitely. Miss Connie, I wanna give a chance, give opportunity. Lady Red Top is in the building. Daryl Simmons,
Yeah.
William, K9 and done chimed in. Mota, salute to you, my brother. Marlena Wright, salute to you, family. That's 90.1 FM in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hey
Shayla
there.
Johnson is in here. Called August. We have fell in over in here tonight. So
DJ
want to
Dre.
we and DJ Dre, DJ T Money is
Yeah.
in.
Hey guys. Hey everybody.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in and showing some love to Real to Real 360. Now, we want to get this party going. We want to get this new music that you got. Let's talk about this new music that you got today.
You talking about that get the hell out.
Get the hell out.
Well, let me say this to you real quick. You guys told me last year, Miss Connie, you sleeping on grown folk good time. Y'all told me that.
Mhm.
Y'all said that's the joint. Y'all told me that. And let me tell y'all something. Ever since y'all put me on to my own damn song, I love that song. And I put it in my show everywhere I go, live or track. I do that song. And that makes people happy. And it makes me happy. And I thank y'all for that. Because I was sleeping on my own daggone song. Thank y'all for that.
So
Welcome, my pleasure. Katie Dawson, shout out, my bro. But
yeah.
Connie, this music that you have, and I've watched, like a lot of times we sit back and watch. We might not engage all the time, but we sit back and we watch and watch how much fun you have performing. Like goodness, like every you go, it's a party. Whether you performing or you're not performing, that energy that you bring is definitely magnetic around people, and it's infectious where people just sit there and they gravitate to you.
She ain't having just sitting there. You remember when she walked, as soon as she walked out, started talking, they was already forming around.
Yeah,
They were forming around before she even put the song on.
right. They knew what time it was. Now,
Absolutely.
Miss Connie, we're gonna
Yes.
start this party because we're gonna
Okay, let's
celebrate
do
you.
it.
Yeah, we getting the hell out of here.
It was time. It's time.
Now let me set up that. Which, if you getting ready to play "Get the Hell Out," that's my new. I'm running neck and neck with grown folk and "Get the Hell Out" because I never really officially released "Grown Folk Good Time." But let me just say this real quick, Ja, about "Get the Hell Out," just to set the record straight. This is not just talking about no damn men or no woman putting out no man. This is for them trifling ass women too. If y'all done had one of them women or you got one, I put her ass out too. And tell her to get her drawers and get her ass out too. Okay? So
Yes.
this song has no discrimination. That's all I wanted to say.
If they throwing their ass,
Get her ass out too. Get her, kick her ass to the curb.
Miss Connie, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. Right now, I'm so irritated. All I want this man to do is get the hell out. Here's my story. Every time I come and ask you for some help, all you wanna do is fuss and shout. Even when I turn over and want some love, and you just saying never knocked out. You don't ever, never take me nowhere. You won't even wash your dishes. I'm just getting sick and tired of you. I want you out, and I ain't gonna miss you. I don't care where you go. I don't care who pick you up. See, you don't have to do another thing for me. Just hurry up and pack your stuff and pick your pants up. leave me alone. Cause this train gonna keep on rolling. One monkey don't stop no show. I said what I said. I ain't got time for you now.
At least you heard her. Hey, place that.
Oh boy, that song tickles me.
Finally, it's the weekend, and it's time for some fun now. I think I'll wear something sexy out to the club tonight. Oh yeah, me and my girls are going out tonight, and we're gonna dance the night away. Leave all our problems and worries behind. We're gonna have a good time, yeah. A mighty, mighty good time. A mighty, mighty good time. A good time. A grown folks good time. All my ladies are happy, and they're feeling so right now. And you know the fellas are handsome. They're looking good tonight. Ooh wee. Me and my girls are having fun. We won't stop until the party is done. We're feeling happy and complete, and feeling good about everyone we meet. Yeah, a mighty, mighty good time. A mighty, mighty good time. A good time. A grown folks good time. A good time. A good time. A mighty, mighty good time. A good time. A grown folks good time. Get down on the floor. Come on, come on. And have a good time. And have a good time. Get down on the floor. Come on, come on. And have a good time. And have a good time. Yeah. Mighty, mighty good time. A mighty, mighty good time. Have a good time. A good time. A grown folks good time. Have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. A good time. A good old time. A grown folks good time. A good time. A mighty, mighty good time. Tonight, tonight, we're gonna dance the night away. Me and my girls tonight. We just wanna have some fun. Yes, Miss Connie, y'all. I just wanna have a grown folk good time tonight. Yeah, I see you over there, and I see you too. Mighty, mighty good. Come on, y'all, let's have a good time tonight.
Vic,
Yeah, baby.
Vic,
Hey,
now let's get into this role, baby. Let's get into Miss Connie role here.
let's get into the Connie roll.
Yo,
It's Miss Connie, y'all. And I got a new dance. It's called the Miss Connie Roll. Get on up and get in formation. And let's roll. Here we go. To the left, roll it, roll it. And to the right, roll it, roll it.
Now I gotta ask you real quick because I know we almost over time, but we good. The title of your second album, you calling it Round Two at 57:23. What's the significance to that?
I know that's a long title, but that was just what I was wanted to. I just wanted to memorialize that at the moment. So my second album, Round Two,
Mhm.
I was 57 when I did that album last year, and it was 2023. So this was the second album at 57, 23.
All right.
Hey, I'm mad that we ran out of because
Well,
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
right
with
now.
y'all. If y'all want to keep going, I'm with you. It's what you want to do. Or I'll come back. Whatever you want
Before
to
we
do.
go,
We could do a part
we gotta
two.
play the
Gotta bring you back. You know, this
yeah.
see, I like we when we leave stuff on the table because that makes people want to come back and see you, you know. And as an artist, you know you gotta leave them wanting more. You gotta leave them wanting more. So Miss Connie,
Yeah, because I didn't even tell y'all about my new acting career and
I
and my movies that I've been in this year,
got a few
Right.
minutes for I got a few
and
minutes
the
for
play that I'm doing that's surrounded around domestic violence. We got to talk about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
this. I tell you what, is you busy next week? We're gonna do this like a date. Is you busy next week?
What day? Let's see. We could do it. Um,
Cause see,
Monday.
I got it. It got to be about 8:30 Monday. You know,
Okay, that'll be
30
fine.
Monday. We can bring you on back. You know what I'm saying? We get the wine. We put everything up here on the table. I'll make sure that he's
You
here.
gonna send me
The
a
head,
bottle of it too?
he gonna head not shining. If not, he gonna have to get the hell out too.
Yes, indeed. That part.
Miss Connie, I want you give you opportunity to tell people where they gonna be able to see you next form, and also how can they get you booked for shows and where they can get your music.
Well, my music is on everything. The Spotify, the Apple, the Title, all them other hundreds of platforms is there. And of course YouTube. And then if you're at a show with me, I always have it on me, my music, my albums. And mm, tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Saturday, if you're in the Atlanta area, I'm going to be performing at with the city of Palmetto for Juneteenth. They hired me just to come and show them the line dances. So we're gonna be outside doing that on Saturday. And then I go home to Dallas next week and I'm gonna be in June 22nd. I'm gonna be doing a show with a whole bunch of funny comedians. This is a first for me being surrounded by a bunch of comedians. And that's gonna be in DeSoto, Texas, right there at home, June 22nd. So if you follow my pages, you'll see all of that at Ms. Connie Mo. That's MZ, y'all. Connie
No period.
MO. Yeah, no period.
No
MZ Connie Mo.
there it
So
is.
that's you can find me at Ms. Connie Mo on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And on YouTube, I'm at Miss Connie Mo if you type it in or just go look under Miss Connie.
All right. So big bro, you know what time it is, man. It's time for us to get the
Yeah.
hell out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Real to Real
Oh,
360.
I didn't say one thing though. You did ask me. I'm sorry. Booking info is 214-418-3122. 214-418-3122.
Make sure y'all dial that number.
Right. Yes, sir. Yep. We want to thank everybody for tuning in to Real to Real 360 with our special guest, the one and only Miss Connie. Miss Connie, you
Thank
know that
y'all.
you are not nothing short of family for sure right here. So you know if there's anything that we can do for you, please don't hesitate to call it. Well, we're gonna have you back next week, so we're gonna wrap that up to this way what it is because what I wanted people to hear, I was gonna play it, but I'm not. We're gonna save that for
You gonna save it?
we're gonna save
Okay.
it. Make sure y'all go out and get it. All right. Get that new album. Support our artists, support our people, and everything we do. Let's network and unify together instead of being separate and big. Because the only way we can climb is we climb together instead of being monkeys in a barrel trying to go over one another.
Yes.
That being said, wise words always being spoken from wise men. We are Real 360. This is DJ K Wise, and on behalf of my co-host, the most, my brother, love him to death, still waiting on my 50 grand. We gonna get the heads.
I love you guys. I loved you from the moment I met you. Thank you so much.
We love you too. Miss Connie, stick around for 2 minutes after the show.
Okay.
All right, we out here, y'all. Peace to the Lost Mighty Five.
Bye, everybody.
We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ K Wise, my brother, take us up out of here, son.
True
Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and nurses, and to all the human families on the planet Earth. I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. To peace the man, woman, and child of the you and I verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe, so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it just a